Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am Junaid Minis, Group 8 reporter. Today we are going to learn about the art in the Philippines. The Department of the Philippines art comes in the three major traditions: ethnical traditions, Spanish colonial period, American colonial traditions. Before colonization of the Philippines already has its own indigenous part of the ethnic art. Forms are primarily influenced by geographical location and the experience of the Filipino. Early Filipinos used the local materials such as an aha, bamboo, coco in constructing, while folk literature verbalized their daily experiences. Ritual were their early theatrical performance, depicting their beliefs in the musical instruments like the bamboo flutes and grace gongs were used. Spanish colonial period tend to replace the Philippines. Indigenous parts will Western arts from religions and secularizations really influenced the Philippines under the Spanish regime. The literary work could be classified into what religions, plays like the Comedia become popular. Religions dance commonly perform the venerate Beatrice and saints, while secular dance like Falsi, Fandango, Polka, and Menuet are danced during gathering.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone, especially to you, ma'am. I am Sumaya Maulana and my topic is about the Asian art history. So, let's begin. The evolution of Asian art. The historical influences of Asian art encompass a wide variety of religions, conquerors, and cultural influences. So, history marked the beginning with Hindu and Buddhist art around the 5th century before Common Era. These ancient religions were largely represented by an introspective way of life, and their followers adorned the temples with elaborately carved walls and stone statues. As time pushed forward, however, the tides will change as often as the drenching Chinese dynasties and art, of course, followed along with it. This is when we start to see the poetry and philosophy of Asia truly surface, with each period reflecting on the religious, political, and cultural development of its day. We also see a wide range of creative style begin to emerge. But do not mistake Asian art for being merely Chinese or Japanese. As the Earth's largest continent, Asia also holds the heart of many creatives from India and Indonesia to Central Asia and so much more. So, let's voyage into various categories of art from this incredible region. Paintings. The early Buddhists believed in many sacred symbols pertaining to the travels of Gautama Buddha and his search for enlightenment in the early 6th century before Common Era. One of those symbols, the mandala, represents the universe and became an important aspect of Buddhist paintings as it often signified a space for meditation and trance-induction. As you can imagine, during this earlier time, many of the paintings that were created were centered around religion. The Bhutanists in particular painted elaborate tankas or paintings on cloth that depicted traditional Buddhist iconography with beautiful mineral paints and stone geometric shapes. The Chinese, however, adapt a slightly different painting technique, using techniques derived from the practice of calligraphy, where a brush was dipped into colorful ink. They painted stunning works of portraits and landscapes upon silk cloth. More widely known to us is the classical Chinese landscape painting originated by artists during the 5 dynasties who painted towering mountains with bold black lines and a gentle ink wash. They longed to escape the world around them for the serenity of nature and become entranced in political, religious, and philosophical expression through these profound images. Similarly, the Koreans and Japanese also created lavish landscape paintings that captured the world around them. But it wasn't until the early 19th century that we began to see a strong Prince cultural influence playing out in modern Vietnamese art. Stone carvings and sculptures. If there is one incredible hallmark to the ancient world, it's the patience of its professional creatives. Imagine the long days of carving one of these beautiful bas-relief stone carvings along a sacred temple. The Indians, for instance, created the short temple in Mamallapuram. It also became the canvas as artists depicted the stories and families of Hindu deities upon them. As always, Buddha also had a strong presence in this art form, with many elaborate stone carvings depicted to his form. Another glorious aspect of Asian culture can be found in the remarkable sculpture made out of just about anything, from terracotta to beautiful bronze and gold statues. Though rare, sculptures made of semi-precious stones have emerged throughout time as well. The Emerald Buddha in Thailand, for instance, is a beautiful figure made out of either jade or jasper and clothed in exquisite gold clothing. Architecture. When you think of Asian architecture, one of the most widely recognized regions for beautiful architecture is none other than Japan. Adapted from the structures of China, this style is actually not native to the land. The basis of Japanese agriculture was an understanding of the interaction between the outside and inside worlds. This wooden structure housed paper thin walls and impressively curved roofs covering glorious verandas. These buildings also became the center of many spiritual practices, with elaborate shrines crafted inside their walls or set next to the structure upon the neighboring landscape. Though made of stone instead of wood, the architecture of India was also quite impressive. The Konark Sun Temple, for example, was built in the shape of a huge chariot with elaborately carved wheels and all. It is listed as one of the 7 wonders of India for exquisitely detailed sculptures and ornamental walls. Calligraphy. With a steady hand and enough patience, you too could harness the skills to create outstanding Asian calligraphy. Originally developed in China, this style of writing became a popular practice throughout East Asian culture. The foundation of calligraphy was simple. Practitioners, young and old, used an ink brush, ink, and paper to skillfully write for both communicative and artistic purposes. Students work day and night to perfect this craft, often copying examples from their master or a reputable calligrapher to hone their skills. Deviation from the strict method of drawing was seen as a failure, so students also learn about character structure, balance, and rhythm as essential components to this art. In addition to these basic tools, Koreans also implemented the use of paperweights and dexpad to facilitate their work. But no matter the region, this unique skill became an important contributor to creative typography and paintings alike. So Asia, with all its vast lands and history, still stands as a significant contributor to the arts even today. Its wide range of culture and influence is a true testament to the evolution of art, and I hope you can continue to learn more about these amazing timelines on your own. And that's all. I hope you learned something about my report. Thank you and salam.